Hey y'all, Moses here. Welcome back to PUBG Dailies. I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that if you want to submit your replays for review, you can submit them in the link down below. There's a Google form. You fill it out accurately, hopefully, and to the instructions, and submit your replay for my review. I will not be able to review all replays submitted, but I will do my best to select some good ones for review. Just a quick reminder, you can watch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/wtfmoses. You can use an Amazon Prime sub to subscribe to me there for free if you have Amazon Prime, and that supports the channel directly, or you can check out my Patreon down below as well if you're interested in supporting me directly. It goes a long way, and I just wanted to say thank you for supporting this daily series. I'm now recording them in blocks, so they should be much more consistent. If you want to watch the live stream of when I record them, it is live on YouTube and on Twitch, most likely on Mondays. So thanks again, and I hope you enjoy. Hello and welcome to PUBG Breakdown. I am wtfmoses, and today we are going to be looking at some solo gameplay on Miramar. We're going to be following Jeryhn. He's in the 1800s rating, so a little bit higher up there. So a good player, and we will see how his gameplay goes. So again, solo Miramar, let's get started. All right, looks like we are headed. Where are we headed? Chumachera. Gonna head to the God building, looks like. Float on down. Alrighty, so evenly spaced action from the looks of it. I imagine that the first victim will be K-Dog the Truth, unfortunately, as he's right next to him. We'll bring it out a little bit, let him loot away. We'll see how these guys interact with each other. K-Dog the Truth pushing right away, coming up to his building. Looks like he's about to get pistoled. Jeryhn popped out and spotted him. Uh-oh. Ooh, the mini's gonna bail him out. That first aid kit coming out real early. K-Dog likely not having time and space to med. And surprise, I got a mini now. Oh, here comes the nade. Oh, he guaranteed flashed himself. Guaranteed flashed himself there. So a little bit of a lucky break in the early game for Jeryhn here. All right, so we will speed her up. So I don't really come to Chumachera that often, I should say. I don't like the high-low split between the industrial and the residential area. So we'll let Jeryhn loot away. So a bit of a quiet early game here, I believe, is on the way. So just kind of talking about some of the concepts we've been covering over the last couple of videos when it comes to loot strategy, loot pathing, that kind of stuff. I've personally changed up my loot strategy. I don't really drop as hot as I used to, just with the tick rate in mind and the fact that the game... Oh, Jeryhn heard a glass break nearby, I think. With the game, the tick rate not really equalizing or becoming stable until about 6 minutes into the game, I've been altering my loot strategy, jumping away from the plane path. I still play aggressive. My KDR has been increasing slowly, and so has my rating, but it really feels like if you're going for overall kill rating, that the best way is to just stay alive. And you can't really stay alive in the early game if you're jumping into Picado all the time. It's just the chances are always going to be low. So I'm not saying that's not the way to play, but at the same time, you will be afforded a little bit more survivability if you get creative with your plane path. So it looks like Jeryhn's picked up the UMP here. Still looting. Now Tundra Easy is headed toward him. You hear the footsteps. I don't think Tundra Easy can hear the footsteps. man. The old vaulting kill. All right. So Jeryhn is going to continue his loot phase. We will rejoin him shortly. He has now moved into the edge of the newest zone in Monte Nuevo. Lurking on the edge. I think he just spotted his next victim, potentially. So the new zone is popped and Jeryhn is going to stay on foot. So far, so good for young Jeryhn, playing relatively passively so far, just kind of reacting as to what's given to him. He's got a vehicle here he can use, and he will. So off he goes. I haven't been using vehicles as much on Miramar. Ooh, dang. Takes one on the back there. I haven't been using vehicles as much in Miramar just because of the amount of noise they put out. It's been working to some favor there, but again, it really depends on your playstyle. Moving into the new zone. A little low on gas. We'll probably have to stop here pretty quick. Alrighty. Looks like Red's Wolf, whatever, has heard him pull up. Oh, it's a different vehicle. Ooh. Lots of damage to him. Oh no. He got trapped behind there. Interesting choice. I don't think you can shoot out from behind there. But nice safe loot. So Jeryhn picks up another kill. So far, so good. So reacting again well to what we've seen. This is the reason I don't like using vehicles, is you can hear them coming from a mile away and then you just get flanked. But you got to be careful where you stop on the edge of the zone as well. You can see here that people will tend to kind of gravitate on these areas. So we will skip ahead a little bit. See where we find ourselves here. So it looks like Jeryhn is preferring the edge of the play zone, which is typical for players who react well to others. I mean, if you can, he's at a compensated scar here, so fairly well kitted. Got himself the level 3 vest, level 3 backpack. Still wanting that helmet. So we'll just kind of chill here with our bro Jeryhn while he camps on the edge of the play zone. And you can see likely his next friend at the edge of the play zone over there, but we'll see if he shows up. All right. So we spotted IMTZ out there. See how he does with the 4X. Nothing to be done just yet. He does have to move into the gap of the new play zone. He's going to follow IMTZ. I'm not sure if he actually spotted him or if he's just being passive, but I guess we will see here shortly. You must have spotted him based on his behavior, so... cautious now, moving forward. Well, you can hear the shot, so he knows he's there for sure now. I can feel a Miramar about to happen. He's going to run right towards him in complete cover and then shoot him in the butt. Sneaky, sneaky. Right on top of him. Easy kill. So now he's got to check who was he shooting at. He's only got about 10 seconds, so he's actually a little bit behind here. And now he's got to run through this open field into the zone. So he's waited a little bit too long. The zone will be moving slower on his side of the play zone, so he should be okay. But he does have to run out of cover. So that's a bit of a mistake there. But he did need to secure that kill, but didn't go for the loot or anything like that. So I think he kind of maximized what was given to him info-wise there. Can't allow the player to live if he's that easy to kill. And he'll cruise in. So no issues there whatsoever, actually. Speed it up here. I can't really call this player passive because he's just playing smart. He's playing very smart. So I do like that. He hasn't been getting the zone. He has had to travel for most of the time. There's still lots of players alive, 14 remaining. He's choosing the right paths, you know, moving in cover, being cautious, listening and looking to where players likely will be on the high ground. And he's just pathing cautiously and playing smart. You can hear the AWM or M24. I think that's an AWM. You can hear some gunshots on his right. So I like it. Now, at about 30 seconds, he's not a lot of space to cover to the next zone. Looking around, seeing who's coming down into the basin with him. They have lots of hills all around them, so looking for silhouetting players. Smart move. Gonna ride the zone in now. Really like this player's pathing. Really like it. Got to be cautious in here. This building is in the edge of the zone, so this is where you got to be careful. Yeah, good. Excellent. Oh, I think he might... I don't know if he spotted that guy. I think we're the only ones who can see him, but he's in the zone, so... Skookum has to come to him. Skookum might have actually spotted Jeryhn. Jeryhn cautiously waiting. Ooh. Very potato. However, maybe that's the reason why he's playing more cautiously. Maybe his aim isn't the best, so use the tools that are available to you. Now he's looking around, making sure that no one's going to come and try and flank him on that kill. So not immediately running to loot. Also good behavior. So not one to be tempted by loot. Does have a decent path to the zone. Checking all the high ground. Doesn't want to leave cover just yet, considering all that high ground maybe. I would be more concerned about the footsteps. Ooh. Nice reaction. Take a seat, that guy. So, because of the positioning, able to manage that. He had the barrels on his left. Didn't have time to get the boost off that he wanted, but he had to react. Now he's going to want to push right up to that wall, I think, and probably stop. But he's looking to his left, making sure that there's no one there. Iowa sniper is aware of his presence. He would have heard those shots. Pressed right up to the wall. Smart. And he got the zone. So that's great for him. I really like the this is a well executed cautious player. Investigates everything. Like anything that could be a possibility, he checks. I can learn from this guy. I'm reckless sometimes, so actually I'm reckless most of the time. I would put a little bit more attention on the other side of this wall. Just see if there's anyone on the other side of you. But he doesn't want to peek too wide, which is smart. He does have, I think, one of the best, if not the best spot in the zone. But he's checking the place that he's most vulnerable from, at least currently. Which is up front. This guy that's up here, this blue Cyric guy, is waiting way too long. He needs to be down this hill already, almost. Maybe he's probably shooting at Gwalsby. Yeah, he is too. So I'm going to imagine that Gwalsby and Blue Cyric will trade. And one will die to the zone. And then it'll be Iowa Sniper and him in the final. Yeah, these guys are going to die to the zone. That's a bug, don't worry. Yeah, okay, so Gwalsby's landed a shot. Oh, Jeryhn actually got him. All right. Guess I was wrong. So now it's Iowa Sniper. Now he's not aware that the other guy's dead, I don't think. Maxed his boost out of cover, though. Probably back it up down the hill a little bit. Still got the zone, roughly. I don't know if he's paid enough attention to the other side, but, I mean, to him, I understand why he's doing that. He's more worried about someone on the edge of... Oh, no, Jeryhn! He looked the wrong way. Oh, no, Jeryhn. What happened? Oh, man, I thought he won that game. All right. Well, looking over here, there's a few spots people could be. This guy was just like super silent the entire game. Yeah, he's got 3 total kills, so this guy is even more passive. He didn't make a peep the whole game. He was just chilling right next to this truck. I mean, even up here would have been an okay spot. But regardless... Okay, so let's just wind it back just a minute here. I don't think he did anything wrong. Just flies in the bag. All right. So Jeryhn is chilling here. And those M16 shots are what informed Iowa Sniper here as to what was going on. So he's just 100% trained at the back of the zone. He's worried about someone coming this way. Jeryhn over here is worried about who... Like, this is what I would be looking at, too. This is a great spot right here. I mean, I wouldn't be thinking about the... Well, I would think about the truck, but he didn't make any noise. He didn't shoot at anyone. He didn't do anything. So I think that what undid Jeryhn was just those 2 shots he took at Gwalsby up here on the hill. This guy, who is definitely alive still. So, you know, that's just bad luck, really. I mean, Iowa Sniper just pops out and shoots him. That's that. I suppose if I were to change one thing, it would be for Jeryhn to try and nade here or peek it But this is a really wide peak to take. I mean, you have to come all the way around the wall. I think he had the right idea. But yeah, Iowa Sniper just did not put out any information into the map whatsoever. He heard car shots over here. He knows there's one guy left. This guy doesn't have line of sight onto the wall, and he won't know that because he can't even see where he is. So really, I think that's just a case of real bad luck for Jeryhn. But yeah, I mean, that's you know what? That's a really good example of how you can do almost everything right and still lose. So it kind of sucks. But in Jeryhn's case, I mean, there's a lot of good examples to pull from his gameplay. He was a good example of a cautious player, moved really well, used cover to his advantage, didn't put out a ton of extra info into the world, wasn't taking bad shots or pathing poorly or anything like that. He played it well. But that's just a good example as to it doesn't matter sometimes how well you play it, that you can get into some trouble or get shot in the back by someone with a silenced ump. But well played to Iowa Sniper. He snuck his way to a victory there by being very passive, and that's it for Jeryhn. So now at this point, I will open it up to the chat again for questions. What's your opinion on using the alt key to look around? It's good. I don't do it enough personally, but it's good. I mean, you guys are criticizing him for not going to check the truck, but you have to remember, you have to put yourself in his shoes. The only place he cannot see is right here. So he's worried about this spot. This is a good spot right here for the current zone. This is a good spot. Like someone could have come down this way, chilled here, come down this way. Like he's paying attention to a good spot. He's not ignoring everything else. Yes, his next step is probably to rotate out this way. But but then what is he doing? He's exposing himself to a bunch of different areas. He has the best cover available to him for the information he has. If I'm him, I could very well be doing the same thing. So I mean, I think that it's a little bit of a hindsight situation for you guys to say he should have been looking at the truck for whatever reason. Maybe, but I would be interested in the fence, the boxes, this side right here, because if he moves, let's say he does what you guys are saying, which is coming out this way, right? So eventually he's now exposing himself to the fence line. Like, what if the guy would happen to be prone right here? Pops up, dead. Truck, dead. Over here, dead. It's he was doing the right thing, I think. So I think that he made the right choices. It's just that he got unlucky. Old man, I mean, you're saying the wall isn't a threat, but I'm showing you the line of sight. If he goes up, he has to come up over here. If there is a guy there, like let's say he was back this way just chilling like prone, like right here. And he hears Jeryhn crouch walk away, because he will hear him through the wall. He'll hear him walk away, and then he just goes like this. Bang, dead. So if you're thinking the wall's not a threat, you're wrong. I mean, smoke grenades are a possibility. I think there's a lot of ways, but really, I think that he played it as well as he could have. He just had no information to go off of. That's kind of my thing. So yeah, that's kind of it. I think mostly it's just criticism of what he could have done, but at the same time, he was looking one way at the wrong time, got shot, and he couldn't even react to it. So, like, we learned through the replay that he is not a top tier aiming guy. Like, he's, got some things to work on from his mechanics standpoint, but his movement and positioning were very, very good, and that is reflective of his rank. So, all right, we're gonna go back, since you guys are saying that this guy, he should have known he was there. Like, you can barely hear a silent stump anyway, but whatever. So does Iowa Sniper even fire a shot? I don't think he does. You're saying he shot Gwalsby. He doesn't fire a shot. You don't know what you're talking about, chat. He does not make a peep, not a single noise. All he's doing is looking for Jeryhn. He might actually spot him right there. He could hear the footsteps if someone was near the wall. Maybe. But that means that person would have to be moving. So, anyway, I think that in my personal opinion, Jeryhn played it as best he could. Like he's trying to peek that ridge and just takes one too many shots. So it's he had no information that he would be there. There's a lot of places he could have been. He could have been prone up here. He could have been crouched down there. There's a lot of spots for him to be. For him to just guess that he's at the truck with zero information is impossible. So that's my final opinion on that. So I think that Jeryhn played this right. I think that he got unlucky. There are a few things he could have done extra, like throw a smoke. But if you start throwing grenades, all you're doing is informing other players or the last remaining player of where you are. The grenade has to originate from somewhere. You have to pull the pin. You have to throw it. You can trace the trajectory backwards. These are things I've all talked about. Throwing uninformed nades in the end game is a mistake. That's it. So to all those in the chat, I suggest you come back next week or check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/wtfmoses. And I'm glad this was an inspiring match. This last end game really shows how many of you guys are interested in this kind of stuff. So I appreciate that, even though you're all wrong but me. So I'll see you guys next time, and enjoy your evenings, everybody.